Hey everybody, welcome back to CJ's Card Corner. Today I'm going to do kind of an off-the-cuff video and talk a little bit about my experience on YouTube for the last 30 days. So I've been on YouTube for right around 30 days now, one whole month, and I've used YouTube before, and obviously YouTube is a huge part of my daily routine, both for my job and for my business at home, as well as for my personal life. YouTube is an invaluable resource for everything that I do, and this is one of those things where it was kind of inevitable that I would end up trying a YouTube channel and trying to talk about stuff that I'm really passionate and excited about. So today I just kind of wanted to review the last 30 days. I wanted to just talk about my experience, talk about where I'm at, what comes next, what are my pain points, what are things that are easier than I expected, and I think I wanted to go through it. So let's start off right away by just saying thank you. So to those of you that have been here, I think I'm at like 17 subscribers now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to click that subscribe button and to help me to grow a community and a channel, and to comment on my videos and my shorts and to just be here. I know that there are so many content creators out there in the space that you can watch every day, and some of you choose to watch me, and I really appreciate that. I know that it's a small sum of people, but you're really important to me and to my experience here on YouTube, and I just wanted to say thank you. So with that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about my experience so far. So I've made in the upwards of 50 some videos and shorts over the past 30 days. It's been an experience. I think that I've learned a lot. I think that my videos haven't changed much. I don't think that they will. I like the freeform, just kind of off the cuff kind of video experience. That's what I find myself watching a lot of people do, is to just talk, share their expertise and their interests, and that's kind of what I watch, so that's probably what I'm going to do. I have found that finding content to make videos about is really difficult. I've found that when you do find a subject that you're interested in or that you want to talk about, sometimes the words don't come out. Sometimes the script doesn't write itself, so to speak. And I find that I've scrapped quite a few videos or deleted some content that maybe I should have just released. And I found that I kind of want to make some of the same videos over and over and over again, because a lot of times that's what I'm thinking about that day, and that's what's influencing my everyday activity within the business. I think that my negative experiences tend to impact videos more often than my positive ones, which, that's, I guess, kind of anything. So maybe YouTube kind of turns into a therapy session for me, whether I need that or not. But I think that my experience so far has been really positive. I've enjoyed making videos and sitting here in front of the camera and talking about where I'm at. Enjoyed the experience of looking up ways to make content and using different avenues on how that content can be made and what that looks like on the YouTube side. I've enjoyed looking up the YouTube algorithm and how that functions for views and how consistency continues to help you grow your channel, and that you shouldn't give up at the first sign of trouble. And realistically, I've been at 17 subscribers for a while, and that's okay. I'm not here to be popular or famous, that's not why I do this. I do this because I think it's fun, and because I want to get my voice out there in the community and talk about my experience in the hobby. And if it even helps one person, it makes this time that I've spent making these videos worthwhile. And I think that it gives my boys something to look back on as they grow older, and they can see where I was at in my process for both YouTube and for my business. Depending on whether the business succeeds or fails or explodes or I end up tearing it all down. I want them to be able to have something to look back on, and even if I end up making all the videos private, that's okay. I just think that I wanted a place to go and talk about me and talk about my business and not just sit in the shadows anymore of eBay with my logo and blah, blah, blah. I wanted to put my face on it and talk about it. And hopefully this will engage somebody that maybe is interested in making a purchase, because, you know, eBay is not the only place to make purchases, and eBay fees are pretty high. So if people can find me on other platforms like Instagram or X/Twitter or Facebook or wherever, I'm happy to talk about all those places and talk about making deals, and I'm willing to buy cards, sell cards, and I just like to talk to people. The community is the best part of this hobby, both on the Pokemon side and on the baseball or sports side. I am all about community. I am all about meeting people and talking to people and helping collectors that are new into the hobby or new into their experience of collecting or buying or flipping or investing. I want to be a part of their experience, and if I can help them even in the smallest way, it makes all of this worthwhile. So yeah, my experience has been good. I've had some good comments on some of my videos and my shorts. I've been able to engage in people in that way. I've had some really nice people say some really nice comments to me. I really appreciate you. We're all in this hobby together. We need to treat each other with respect and kindness and guide each other to the best possible help we can. Don't try to go out of your way to dump all over somebody or screw somebody out of something. That's not what we're here for. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be here to make money, because so many of you are, and including myself. I'm here to make money. I'm here to better my life. But I'm not going to do that at the expense of others if I can help it. And I would like to be able to do it in the easiest and simplest way possible without stepping on people along the way. So I'm not saying that you can't sell products at a higher price, because that's what we're doing here. I buy a card at one price and I sell it at a higher price. So my experience on YouTube has been kind of similar to that, where I don't want to step on people's toes. I don't want to be in people's way. I just want to be here. I want to exist. I want to meet people that are like-minded, that are also into Pokemon, that are also into sports cards, or one or the other, and let's talk about it. Let's chat about your experience in the hobby and how you have been able to experience the hobby your way, and let's talk about how we can help and better one another along the way, and then maybe guide each other to making more money or supporting other people in the hobby to bring more people into this hobby that we know and love. And that's really what it's all about. Help more people as often as possible. I want to help foster the relationship with my sons as they get excited and old enough to check into the hobby and get interested in cards, whether that be anything within the hobby. I don't care. I just want them to be excited, and I want them to find the things that make them happy and that they love. And that's the same with the people that I meet, my customers, my fellow sellers. I want them to find the thing that they love within the hobby, the thing that makes them excited every day. And YouTube is an avenue for me to do that. Some of the other things I found kind of difficult. I thought I was really good at video editing. I thought I was really good at audio editing. I'm not. I'm kind of terrible at it. And part of it is I have no patience, and I've got too many other things that I'm interested in doing that are way more fun than video and audio editing, which is kind of why you see some relatively crappy editing on a lot of these videos, and I just kind of throw things together. I just talk, and then I break it apart later. I think that I found that part of the YouTube experience is not super fun for me, and I don't really enjoy it. So I just kind of throw it all together and throw it on YouTube and say, here it is, like it or not. And, you know, it's okay. I'm not looking to, like I've said before, I'm not looking to make a big splash here. I just want to find a place to put my data and put my information and put all the stuff I've experienced in this hobby for the last couple of years and since I was a kid, and just kind of throw it all together into a hodgepodge of videos that's just fun for me to talk about. And it gives me something else to do to build my brand and to kind of make myself smile at the end of the day. The other thing I found really challenging, and I've talked about this in previous videos, is the time commitment to create these videos on a daily basis or on a semi-daily basis is really hard. I was already kind of having a hard time finding the time to ship my cards, list my cards, source my cards. And when I decided to do this, I kind of knew what I was getting myself into, but it's a lot more challenging than I anticipated. being able to find the time to do this while also doing everything else, including my normal 8 to 5 job, is difficult. It's really challenging. Not to mention, I don't want to give up time with my family and my boys. My house doesn't really afford me the ability to do these at night because, well, my house is kind of limited in size, and the walls are really thin, so I can't really do this at night or it'll wake my boys up. So a lot of the editing I do, I put headphones on and I try to do some of that at night, but the camera work and, sitting here in front of the camera and talking, I do a lot of that during the day after work. And it's difficult to find the time to do that. It's challenging, and it has definitely taken away from my listing process and from the time I'm able to list cards and source cards. So this is a really challenging thing. And again, I've enjoyed it, but that's a really big piece of it that's very challenging. The other really challenging part is I realize I am super scatterbrained. I really thought that having an education degree and being a teacher in my past life was going to afford me the ability to sit in front of this camera and talk to myself. It's a lot more difficult than I anticipated. And it's not that I didn't think it would be easy, because I did not at all think this was going to be an easy thing. I'm a singer by trade, so I basically did the in front of a camera thing before, and it's not new to me. Being a musician, you're constantly in front of a camera or constantly in front of people, and that's not new. But talking in front of the camera and taking your brain to focus on a subject and then be able to keep it coherent without a script or without some sort of data to back it up at every step is really hard. And I think the people that do scripting and write out their entire speech that they're going to talk about, I think that's the real smart way of doing it, because you can really get your point across. And I know a ton of people are using like ChatGPT to write up a script and then they just follow it word for word or memorize it, but I'm just not going to do that because it's not really my personality or my style. And that's okay. And maybe at some point I'll try it and see if I get more views or whatever. But this is more me, off the cuff, mumbling my words, being oblivious to what I'm talking about next, saying I'm going to talk about 5 things and end up talking about 4 things. I am one of the types of people that I just sort of talk, but it's really difficult to do that in front of a camera and trying to get your point across in a coherent way. But you have this idea in your head that you want to talk about a specific subject, and you know how you want to talk about it, then you get right here and you're like, oop, and it just kind of floats away. So that's been a lot more difficult than I thought as well, and it's definitely a really challenging piece of the YouTube puzzle. Now let's talk a little bit, and I mentioned before some of the positives, but let's talk a little bit more about the positives. Well, for me, the positives have been I've got a place to go to talk. A place that gives me a platform to talk about the things that I'm excited about within the hobby. I've started doing more videos on baseball cards and the new sets coming out. I've started doing more videos on checklists and pack openings and all these things. And it's just kind of trying to find ways to engage people in my content. And this is one of those ways where I can talk a little bit about my experience, and maybe it'll engage you to say, oh, I can do better than him, and that's great. Go for it. But maybe it's like, oh man, he says it's really hard and I should still try it, but maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe it's not for me and I can just continue to watch other content creators. And I might get to that point, honestly, where I don't want to do this, it's too much work, and I want to just watch other people's content because they're better at it than I am and they have more useful skills when it comes to editing their videos and talking about their videos. I'm not here to toot my own horn, so to speak. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the things that have been really great. And I think that I've noticed that the people that have engaged with me are interested in my content, and that the people that are here and do watch my videos are interested in what I'm putting out. And I'm excited to hear what you guys think about my first 30 days and maybe what you think I can do better. I'm all about hearing the truth and understanding that maybe my content is crap and you don't like it. That's fine. I know you probably won't come back, but that doesn't mean I don't want to hear your experience with my content and how you've engaged with it. Tell me what you think. Tell me your comments. I want to hear them. And I do appreciate those of you, again, that have stuck with me through all this and that have kind of seen the ups and the downs, and again, mostly downs, but you've seen a lot of the good things, and I've had so much fun with it. And the positive part is that I have had some really great emotional success on moving my brain thoughts to camera. Me, rock man, do rock things, right? That was really stupid, but it's been really great being able to take my data from my brain and put it into the camera and say, let's talk about this thing that I'm excited about. And I don't get to do that with most of the people in my life because most of them are not interested in the same things that I am. And I have a limited pool because I have a limited amount of time. So it's really nice to be able to just get it out and be able to talk, even if it's just to a camera. So it's healthy for me to do this, and I'm excited to see what the next steps look like. I'm going to keep doing this hopefully for a while, and what is the next 30 days going to look like? I'm interested to see that, and I'm excited for that. So tell me what you think of my content for the first 30 days. If you've watched any of it, even one video, I'd love to hear your comments below. Please feel free. Tell me the truth. I want to hear it. And it's okay if you don't like my content, but tell me how I can be better. Tell me what I can do different. Don't forget, do the like and subscribe thing, because that does absolutely help my channel and help the algorithm. So I'd love for you to do that and take the time. It's just a button click for you, but it means the absolute world to me. Thanks again for stopping by and for letting me ramble, because it's a lot. But yeah, thank you. Have a great day.